Okay, radio. Welcome to the fourth episode of our top of the hour tips and tricks sessions that we have for SunSystems. Today's just going to be a quickie, and we're going to have a look at default forms within Sun. As you can see, this particular demonstration I'm doing from an on-premise desktop access, but you can access these functions from the web browser as well. And I'll explain this as I go. In short, we all know that we can set up any form of any number of different forms for the screens we want to access. This is our standard. This is the standard chart of account one that comes with Sun as is, and you'll see it's got all this various data that we may or may not need. We can customize all of those. Let's have another look. I've got one here I prepared earlier called PJW. Now you see that slightly looks a little bit different, but it's got the data where I want it to be. It's got some pretty colors. The pretty colors don't move over to the web browser yet, but that's something that's going to be coming along. What we can do is once we find a form that we like, we can, when we get to our selection, we can go, okay, that's the form I like, so I don't want to see my selections again. I just want to go to that form every time. That's great. You get the form you want, but there are occasions when you're going into things, especially like account allocation, where you might want to see separate forms because separate forms have separate functions. Or you might want to, you may have changed the way you look at things. You might have added some new analysis codes that you want added onto your chart of account fields. You might have added a new email address field that you want on your supplier records. So the standard form you've got that you've locked doesn't always do exactly what you want it to do. So in that case, we have something. I'll go back to our chart. See, it's automatically coming to that form. On the desktop version, we have a little field here called Query Form Properties. This is not on the web browser yet, but we've been told it will be in one of the next releases. You can click on that and it creates a little eyeglass that if you click anywhere on the form, that will tell you what the function is and what the form name is. That's handy. You just remember that, and we can turn that off. Now we go to something called Reset Default Forms. Here it is here. You'll find it. You can search for it. I think there is a code for it as well. It always asks you for your group. You go in your group, but it comes up empty. The trick is just click the end of the navigation button and it will populate it. This gives you a list of all of the forms you have locked, and you can lock different forms. See, this is my asset form, and I've locked it for 2 of my business units, but not the others. So you can lock your forms by specific business units if you want. Now, I remember that this is the code, and this is the form name of the form that I want to reset. So all I do is highlight that one and delete it. All this is just the form lock. You're not deleting the form itself, you're just deleting the lock to it. So the next time I go into my chart of account record, lo and behold, hocus pocus, I get my full list of choice of forms again. That's it. It's a simple one. Most times it's for the account allocation screens that you want to see, but it's something worth knowing if you ever decide you want to change your forms around. Yeah, so that's about it. Just how to be able to reset the forms, and of course the fact that you can have different forms for different functions for different business units. So Sun is very, very customizable. I'll leave you there. Thanks very much. We'll see you again next time.